All right, so here I am. You know, a lot of my videos are revolving around my my son's synthetic ice rink in the garage. So I want a TV out here so he can see. So he, you know, if there's skills he needs to learn, we can look at them on a TV. Okay, we can hook something up. I may put a shelf out here to hook a computer. I don't know yet. But TVs are, you know, they're. I'll do a review on the TV that I'm getting from Amazon. It was about $269 for a 50-inch TV. That's you can't beat it. It was a 4K Roku TV for $269 for 50-inch. You couldn't beat that. The mount was only like my hockey player's coming out now, so I'm just gonna finish this up real quick. The mount, I don't know. It's called Pipishell or something. I don't know what that's all about. But it extends out pretty, you know, which is nice. I like that feature. And when you're drilling the holes, you can move this out of the way. So I found a stud. Okay, there's some nail pops out here, made it a little easier. Otherwise, use a stud finder. 7/32 drill bit for this particular model. I'll put a link to this, you know, to this mount. So what I did is, you know, I made where I wanted to put a line, and I just put a level up here, and I leveled up a line as, you know, I have a small little, you know, like a 12-inch level that I put on here, and just leveled it up. And then I knew where to, you know, I put the first one in here. I measured the distance, so I was in the center of these two holes. You can do it that way, or you can just put one in, put it up here, and then pre-drill the hole, and then put the the bolt in. Okay, so that's what I did over here. Had it all level. Then over here, I moved this out of the way over to the other side, drilled it, screwed it in. I didn't have to do any levels. I knew there was a stud there. I measured over 16 inches because most studs are 16 inch on center. If yours is not, then something was wrong with your builder. But so they're probably 16 on center. A great solid mount. I love this mount. When I get the TV, it's not here yet. I'll put it up and I'll show you how that looks, okay? But yeah, great mount. Highly suggest when you put these in, you either have the bolts. I use an impact driver, okay? Awesome. You just, you know, you hear them go da, 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 and it puts them right in. So, but pre-drill first. Pre-drill the hole with the 7/32, okay? And then put the bolts in, and then you're done. But definitely get that, or you're gonna have to use a ratchet or something to put them in. You really don't want to do that. If your buddy has one, borrow it. Somebody may have it. Great mount. You know, I like the bolts that came with it. It's very solid. I mean, very solid. I mean, I could hang on this thing. I'm not gonna, but I could. So that's it. I'll put a link to it, and then I'll show you how the TV looks on it when I get it in. Okay. Let me just show you real quick what I've got. Got these rails, the mounts up on the wall. It was in another video. I'll show you real quick. Mounts right there, okay? Gotta flick this so I can see it. These are my rails. These things are great. I'm gonna put them on here, okay? Gotta see what I gotta do. I may have to remove 2 screws, which it does look like I have to do. Relay just like this. I'm pretty darn positive this is how it's going to be. I've been hanging projectors and TVs and everything for years. It has a washer, so I'll probably use their screws as well for the mount, unless these fit, which they absolutely do. So their screws fit. Don't let anybody tell you that this does not fit on this TV, okay? Because it does. I don't want my mounts hanging down past the bottom of the TV. I want my mounts out of the way, okay? So to me, that's my best my best course of action is right there, okay? So we're gonna put these together real quick. We'll put a washer on each one of these. Okay, put a washer on each bolt, each screw. Okay. This has little adjusters. These on the bottom are going to connect into the mount. When these screw up, it's going to hold tight to that mount. Okay, that's why they have these little screws right here in the bottom of this rail. That way, when I hang it up there, it'll be just fine. It'll be nice and sturdy. Okay. So let me go ahead and take these screws out. I'm going to go ahead and put this one in, I'm going to put the next one in, okay? I'm going to screw it down. Tight, not too tight, don't break your TV. We're just snugging them up, okay? That's all we're doing. Snugging them up, okay? There are little hooks up here, okay? On the top part of this bracket, okay? On the top part of these rails, okay? Those hooks, okay? Those hooks are going to hook up here, okay? And then the bottom's going to swing in after they're hooked up there. And then those screws in the bottom of those rails that I showed you are going to screw up and touch here so the TV can't come off. So you're going to want to use two people, okay? I just do this stuff by myself. But most of you are going to want to use two people so you don't drop it. You know, I don't plan on dropping it. If I have a problem, I'm going to set it down. Okay. I rest it on my knee a little bit. Now I'm just going to see where these hooks are. See how high this TV is going to be. So at that point, I'm going to set it back there. I can't seem to quite see where I'm at. This is a little higher than I thought. There we go. I'm going to hook it in there. I'm going to drop it back. Okay. And I want to make sure that I'm kind of centered in this mount. Okay, a tape measure might help, but I'm going to try to eyeball it. Okay. Now I'm going to drop these screws down a little bit. Well, that's massive. I mean, for $269, that thing's massive. Look at the size of that thing, right? That's pretty cool. So I'm going to drop these set screws down. They're set screws, okay? So these set screws have to be down enough so the TV can fall into place like that. Okay? See how it clicked in? It's not really going to click, it's just the screw is up a little bit. Okay? Now that it's in there, I'm going to go ahead and use my screwdriver and go ahead and set these screws up so it's good to go. So just make sure you set the screws, okay? So drive those two screws up until they're touching and snug them both up. That way the TV won't come off the rack, all right? So now I should be able to move this TV without it moving off the rack. Now this mount goes back against the wall as well, as you can see. I just wanted to add to this. When I told you like this mount comes out nice and straight. So when you get the mount out far enough, you can go ahead and just turn the TV any way you want. Okay? Any direction you want. This is a great mount. I wish I had one of these mounts for another one of my TVs in the house. I have some different mounts. I like this mount a lot. I mean, just look at it. Okay, just a quick note on this, on how that's sitting on the thing. I want you guys to see it. See how it's looped? It's hooked over the top of the bracket. Okay? You want to see how that was? And then it's got the two set screws underneath that go to the bottom of that bracket to hold it in place. That way it won't come off. You gotta make sure you screw those screws up to the bottom after you have it on that mounting bracket. I'm gonna kind of show you. You can tilt this TV either way, or you can push it all the way flat against the wall. All right, very awesome. Okay, so the TV isn't level, so I have to level the TV out, level it out. So you can see on the back here, there's a square plate back there that has 4 nuts on it. 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. There's one of them right there. I gotta loosen those 4, and then I gotta tilt it in which direction I want until it's level. The other thing is you have 2 nuts on each side right here. On the side, not on the bottom here, on each side here. You loosen those to tilt it down or up, okay? Very simple. It's a 10mm socket, and I recommend you using a socket for it, and you get it set. So I'm gonna level the TV out, we're gonna plug it in, and we're gonna check it out.